Yes. Welcome to the RedDevil Talk. Yeah. Today, obviously, I have a very special guest. Um, with me, as usual, as per usual. I don't think if he's online right now. Can I check him if he's still apparently still driving? I don't know. I don't know if he's driving. Oh, yes. It's the RedDevil Talk, and it's the first official cast.
My brother,
Yay!
how you doing?
Finally, I'm alright, and you finally joining us.
Yeah, I'm joining you. I just came from a game, so I'm driving back home.
How did you guys play?
We won 3-1.
No, congratulations, sir.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
But otherwise, how was like your week, man? A week, wow.
I'm good, eh? I'm good. Can't complain.
All right,
It's
all
just,
right.
it's just I'm getting cold to this place.
Hey, the weather must be rough there.
This cold is too much. It's dry and it's painful.
It's not the weather that complements us African people, I
You
suppose.
know, it's dry
Yeesh.
and painful. You can see I'm wearing even a bubble jacket.
Yes. Ah man. I just wanted to obviously this is our first official podcast, and it's the most raw and uncensored podcast that we will ever have to do.
Yeah.
And I think I'll go straight to the point in terms of what is happening with African football at this current point in time.
Yeah.
And I know your old boss, Patrice Motsepe, is the new CAF president, right?
Yeah.
So what do you think? What do you think about that?
No, it's something positive. It's good for African football.
Mm.
And it will boost South African football in a way because now all eyes will be on South African football.
True.
Motsepe is very respected in the continent, and now people are gonna obviously have a closer look at his team and at all the teams around South Africa. So it's a good appointment. It's I think it's the best they've done in a while now. So, and he's a guy that has drive and that's very committed.
Yes.
So it should be an exciting one.
Mm. So I hear that they might be proposing that um there might be a World Cup for every 2 years, if that's what I'm hearing. Proposing that we should have a World Cup tournament every 2 years. What
Oh,
do you think about that though? Because I'm on the players side. I'm thinking about the players because I feel like
they might be
now
what? Come again?
they apparently they want the World Cup to happen every 2 years, no longer 4 years.
Oh yeah, yeah. The World Cup, I don't agree on that
Yeah.
because I think the players already, especially those who played in England, in Europe in general, actually,
Yeah.
they play so many games. There's so many tournaments. There's league cups now. There's national cups. There's the league and Champions League or Europa League for those who qualify. And I think if the World Cup is every 2 years, we're going to see a lot of injuries. It's gonna be it's not gonna be fun, man, because people were already talking about the African Nations Cup doing it every 4 years, like European Championship. So the World Cup can't be the biggest one and be every 2 years. I don't think
Yeah.
that's right. I don't
Yeah.
agree with that.
Yeah, I think it's exploitations of players if you actually think about it. They're exploiting
Yeah.
players a lot, way too much. People, players are machines at the end of the day, and the more games that you probably put these players under, obviously the quality in performances will also drop ultimately.
Yeah, that's for sure. Because
So,
when people are tired, the performance drop. In that
so
end, it will encourage the teams to sign more players, which is a kind of the positive side of it. But
yeah.
I still believe it's going to be too much.
So yeah. How's Senegal doing in the African Championship?
Senegal,
Yes.
you know, we've been close twice. We went to the cup final twice,
Yeah.
and we lost both. Actually, we went twice and we lost both. We lost the last one to Algeria,
Hmm.
and we lost the 2002 one when we went to the World Cup and did well. So we Senegal is a country that tend to is like they call us the Belgium of Africa.
Yeah.
You know, we got all the quality players, but we struggled to build a team out of it. So
How
every
would you say it's
no, I think the problem is how the coaches handle big players. You know how they put big players together.
yes?
You know, so when you like that's the same problem Manchester United is going through. When you have all these quality attacking players, you can't use all the quality attacking players because then your defense will be exposed. Some quality players must sit on the bench. Somebody must sit on the bench.
Yeah.
Never mind having players that can't play football, but they will work hard for the team
Mm.
to win titles. You need to have the balance right for the team.
Yes, that's true. And I feel like
A team without balance
yeah.
can't win any big title. And that's
Mm.
I think
Mm.
where Senegal is failing. I think 2002 was actually the closest we could get. The last AFCON we went there because we have too much quality,
Yeah.
and just the teams couldn't defeat us. Algeria was the only team that could defeat us. They beat us in the group stages, and then they beat us in the final. But beside that, the other teams couldn't break us, couldn't beat us because of the quality we had. But now we have a coach that's been the captain of the national team. But I think he's got too many egos and too many big players on his plate, and he doesn't know how to tackle them. He doesn't want to frustrate any big player. He doesn't want to sit make anybody sit on the bench. But if you want success, sometimes you need to be hard on some other people and hard on yourself. You know, that's just how it is. That's why I feel like that's where we really coming short.
So would you say if you look at things right now, with our with us losing our talented the most talented players to like the European countries, I mean European countries for example, because a lot of our players from here tend to get citizenship that side and then they migrate to that side and they become they play for national teams like your France, they're all scattered
Yeah,
around Europe. So would you
yeah,
say that we need to there's a time and point where we need to come together as African nations and try and find a problem where we make sure that these players don't have to go abroad
yeah.
for to
But you see the problem Neo with that issue. It's bigger than I think it's bigger than us in a way.
yeah.
I'm I'm not talking about those ones who immigrated in Europe and decided to take a different nationality. I'm not talking about those ones. The one I'm talking
Yes.
about is because those ones is just they are just people that are lost. They don't know where they go, where they're doing. You know, I don't
Mm.
feel like I don't feel like it's the right thing to do for those ones who were born in Africa and raised in Africa, and then they grow up there, they change nationality. I don't get that. But for example, let me take a simple example for the Senegal national team.
Yes.
We have players that never been to Senegal until now.
Okay.
That were born in France. Maybe their parents might be half Senegalese and half one Senegal. Maybe they have one parent that's Senegalese and the other one is French. Or maybe they were born in France and they don't know nothing about the Senegal culture, and their parents maybe never take them home. That's the most challenging part, because if you have two parents that come from different cultures and different countries, it's difficult for you to actually choose one country, to choose Africa over the other country. It's very difficult because you have the choice. It's the choice is yours, basically. You are a mixed race kid, and your mom is French and your father is Senegalese, or vice versa. But bottom line is, in the end of the day, it's up to you to choose which country you want to play for. I think that's the challenging part. But for those who were born and raised in Africa, I don't see any reason why they wouldn't play for Africa. They shouldn't play for African team. I don't see it. They're just ignorant, those ones. They just don't know. They just don't know. Because the pride we have as Africans to play for our national teams, it's bigger than everything.
Yes.
And Senegal has experienced so many things like that.
Okay. I think we might have lost him. Okay. Is he back?
Most of them. I will take a recent one that's been called up for the national team. Bunasar, that was playing for Marseille. Now he joined Bayern Munich, right back.
Yeah.
The coach called him many times. He said no, he's waiting for France. He doesn't want to play for Senegal. Now when he realized that he can't play for France, that's where he decided to come to Senegal. Many people, there's been a lot of speculation about the national team. People saying, nah, why must we take them into our national team, blah blah blah, because they refuse us first. When you are a coach, you want to take the best players you can get, right? You don't want to just say, nah, I'm not taking it because of. You don't look at your pride, because that's what's going to cost you a job and not winning titles. But the minute you decided, okay, I'm gonna put my pride aside and try to get the best team possible to win an African Nations Cup. The minute Senegal wins it, all the supporters that were saying no, don't pick them, they wouldn't say that anymore.
Yeah.
That's just how it is. Supporters are like that. You must. We've been football players, but before we football players, we supported one team. We supported the national team. We went to the games, watch Senegal play. This is how it was. But just because we are playing football now, we must have a different thinking. It doesn't work like that. That's why this whole situation of citizenship and playing for European countries instead of African countries it's a big issue. It's an issue that's not gonna just fade away so easy.
Yeah. It's a long background, But at the end of the day, what I like is that football will bring us together, all of us, as fans and everyone.
Yeah.
And
definitely.
Another thing, with football fans, they're so passionate. They have this thing of saying 1 minute they like, okay, we don't want this guy, we don't want that guy, and then like you score, you get one chance and you score, and then it's like, yo, you become a god in their eyes.
Come again, come again.
So it's
Repeat
like
again. I miss you there.
oh, okay. Now I'm saying in football, the most amazing thing is that 1 minute you can be hated, and fans are fickle, obviously.
Yeah.
So, but then if you like score or help someone wins, like a trophy or something, like you're the one who scored and fans didn't want you before, they'll treat you they'll treat you like a hero now, after that. So I wouldn't say that
Yeah.
people should. Yeah, I wouldn't say that coaches of national teams should listen to fans all the time because emotions change all the time. That's football.
Oh, that's the same thing I was talking about when I was reading that Facebook thing. Because Bafana is top of their group.
Yes.
And bear in mind that in their group they have Ghana. And Ghana, everybody knows in Africa they are a powerhouse.
Yeah.
Ghana is one team that you always see in African National Cup. They don't miss any qualification. World Cup same, they always qualify.
Yes.
So for Bafana to lead that group, and win games is actually a big thing,
Yeah.
It's a huge improvement. But when you read comments on social media, people saying, "Nah, we're not playing good football. I'm not happy with the performance. Blah blah blah." This is a tournament that has 4 teams per group.
Yeah.
That means you play 3 games away, 3 games at home. You don't need to impress anybody to win the group. You don't need to impress anybody. Bottom line is to get the points and get to the qualification. Open your chance to qualify for the World Cup. A country qualifying for the World Cup is a big thing in the nation. It's a big thing because if Bafana qualify for the World Cup, it opens up the school football are going to be more. There are going to be more kids getting involved because of that. That's the thing, the spice that the football bring into a country that qualify for a World Cup is huge. So every kid wanna be a footballer. Everybody that's also a footballer wanna get better, wanna improve. Everybody wanna become professional, join the national team. That's what it brings, and that develops the football of the countries.
Yeah.
If you go, if a country goes 5 African Nations Cup and they don't qualify, it kills the football of the country.
Yeah.
You understand? It kills it because the kids that are growing after they say, no, we suck in this. Let's go find another sport. That's what they say. Then that's how it kills. That's what killed the game. That's what killed the game, actually. But if they see that our nation is always qualifying, it always improves the desire of the young stars that are coming to become a professional and wear that emblematic jersey of the national team. Listen to the national anthem. Every human being want to do that. Every footballer want to do that. Play for your nation. Listen to your national anthem. Defend your colors. So when people talk on social media, instead of being positive, we got the 3 points. Well done, guys.
Yeah.
Things like that. Like players, they read those things, they get motivated because you must remember, we're not all the same. Some react well to criticism. Some don't.
Yes.
There are some players, if you criticize them, you kill them. There are some players, if you criticize them, you kill them completely. But there are others, if you criticize them, you make them better. You make them improve.
Ultimately, yes.
But every every footballer wanna hear well done. Well done, my boy. Well done. You know, that's huge. That gives you that desire. You wanna do more. You wanna hear this all often.
Yes.
I mean, South Africa doesn't have many professional players that play in overseas. They don't have many players playing overseas. Yet they're still winning. The majority of the national team is the majority of national team is local players. They are local players.
Player. Yes.
Local players. Ghana has 100% squad that plays in Europe.
Yeah.
Or they play overseas.
Mostly.
Yeah. So for you to top that group is already a huge achievement.
Yeah, and I think it's something we need to. I think people have the reason why I think they were so negative a lot with in terms of Bafana and everything. It's because I think they were just tired of failure over the years. You know, mismanagement by Safa.
Yeah.
Wrong players being picked, wrong management appointments. So I feel like it was more of people being drained, you know, and I think it will take a little bit more for them to be a little bit more positive. You understand? So it's more years of just poor management from the association all the way to the national team.
Yeah, and also the majority of the South African fans, they want to see Kasi football. They want to see, you know, those stepping on the ball, sitting on the ball. They like those things. They want Bafana to win with those. That's what makes them come to the stadiums.
Yeah.
I remember Gavin Hunter always used to say, I don't mind this tiki taka. I don't mind this Kasi's flavor stuff. But when you do it, it must come in product. If not, then don't do it.
Yeah, it's pointless.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel like that. Yeah, I feel like that's why nowadays like the match attendances are very low compared to back then. You know, I feel like it's that entertainment factor that people want to see. You know what I'm saying? No one wants to watch us play like Europeans and whatnot. You know, they want us to play like the way our way of traditionally playing football. You know, from grassroots. Yeah.
But you see the challenge is if the way South Africa play that Kasi flavor, if they play like that against Europeans, they might have a chance.
Yeah.
You understand? If they play like that with Europeans, they might have a chance to win. But you know how tough Africa is.
Yeah, it's very tough.
Africa, you're not gonna have soccer pitch as beautiful as Cape Town Stadium or Durban Stadium.
Yeah.
You're not gonna have that. You go to Africa, let's say you go to Cameroon. Cameroon is one big nation of football. They have bad pitches. I played in Cameroon. Cameroon is one country that has bad pitches. That doesn't allow you to do those things because first of all, these people are very tough people. African players, they're tough players. The temperature doesn't help because it's hot. And then you have 65,000 people behind you, against you. You understand?
Yeah.
So for you to play that Kasi football, it's not going to work.
Yeah, I know so.
If you're gonna play all the games at home, I understand. South Africa have good pitches. You go there, you do your Kasi football, you win. Fine. But you must understand it's a two-legged affair. You know, you play home, you play away, and when you play away, it won't be that beautiful. You want to have a good pitch. The weather will be hot. There's so many aspects that in the football that makes it difficult.
It's more like you have to grind out results. You know, it's not about, especially in those kind of conditions, you need to learn to grind out results. You know, and it doesn't have to
Yeah,
be something as long as you get the results to qualify. You know.
exactly. That's the whole point. Now, when you qualify, you go to the World Cup. We all know. It's when you come to the World Cup, you see your team and you see the teams that are on stage. You will know
Yes.
you're not going to win the World Cup.
True.
The World Cup is not given for any teams. You don't. You see, Africa. You see surprises. African Nations Cup. You see surprises. When Zambia won it, it was a huge surprise. Nobody expected it.
Yeah. No, it was very surprising.
In Europe, it was the same. When Greece won it, nobody expected it. But in World Cup, did you ever hear a team that wins the World Cup by surprise? No chance.
Nah, no. It's usually continental.
That wins the World Cup by surprise.
Yeah, it's very rare.
No, basically it's the teams that has won it before that are always there.
Yeah.
So when you go to the World Cup, that's when you show your quality. You show what you are made of. You know. South American football. Everybody knows South American football as one of the most skillful football in the world. South Americans. They are the ones that brings all the flares and all the tricks. African football is more known at the power, because we had the power. When we come to the World Cup, we run more than anybody. We bring our power. Now when you come as an African nation and you bring the flair, people appreciate that. It's beautiful. People, they appreciate the flair, but the problem is they see that, okay, this team has a flair, but where's the power?
Yeah.
Now they try to find the
I think we're having a little bit of a network problem.
But you're not strong enough to go past that person. Then it becomes a challenge.
Yeah, no. But then I can see that you guys are obviously, you won all your 4 qualifying games, and I also see
Senegal has qualified for the playoffs already.
Yeah, you guys are practically qualified. There's no one who's gonna catch you. Mathematically, you guys are qualified. And I also see which team, in your humble opinion, is gonna go far in these World Cup.
Yeah. No,
And
I
which
feel
African
like
team do you think is gonna?
I feel like when you watch the African teams that's been recently doing well in the World Cup, it's the Ghana of 2010, and the Senegal of 2002. Those are the only 2 nations in Africa that went to the quarterfinals.
Yes.
And what was the difference of those teams? What did they have more than the other African teams? That Ghana that went to the things, they have quality and they have power.
Yeah.
They have Essien, they have Apia, they have the best midfielders in Europe at that time, and they have Asamoah Gyan, who was one of the quickest strikers in world football then.
Yeah.
So they have Jonathan Mensah in centre back, that was in Italy, defense, one of the best defenders in Italy.
Yeah.
And you could see that is an African team. They were powerful, they were strong, and they had a talisman. Asamoah Gyan, who was scoring goal for them.
Yes.
You watch the Senegal 2002, same. Midfielder, we have Papa Bouba Diop, the Vodro, is 197, is huge. You have Salif Diaw, big guy. You have Ali Cisse, the captain now, hard worker.
Yes.
Then you have one talisman, that was Diouf. So basically, the teams that win, the teams that do well, they have a bunch of guys, a bunch of hard workers, a bunch of powerful players, and they have one player that's exceptional. That was quality that makes the difference.
I think that's what I also noticed.
Exactly. So that I haven't seen any African teams that look like that, to be honest. Algeria is one team that quality-wise is one, and Morocco is quality-wise they are one of the best I've seen. Quality-wise, Senegal is in that rank. But the challenge is my problem is Senegal is how the coach set up the team. That's my only challenge. Because if we have somebody that can set up the team properly, that can set up as a proper team, we can do well in the World Cup.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel like North African teams, when they come to the World Cup, they want to play like Europeans. Yes. You know, and they can't play like Europeans. That's why the two African countries that's been in the quarterfinals are Ghana and Senegal, and they those are powerful countries. They strong.
They play to their strengths.
You know, they well built, and they always have a special player that you can rely on to do something. So it's gonna be interesting to see. But I put my money on like teams like Morocco and Tunisia, Algeria doing well, and Senegal. Yeah. Those are the three teams I feel. But you never know. There might be surprises, you know. South Africa can come.
South Africa.
South Africa can come and surprise people. You never know. But for that to do it, for them to do that, they must be very organized team. Because football nowadays is not about when I have the ball.
Yeah, it's about what you do without the ball.
When you do without the ball, what you do with the ball. Both. So if you just gonna play when you have the ball, you're gonna get beaten badly. Ghana is always an interesting team. Ghana, I feel like even when they can be bad in the qualification, but once the competition opens up, they're different.
Yes.
You know, they look different. They're always like that. So it will be interesting to see.
It's looking likely that it's gonna be Egypt, Mali, Nigeria, Cote d'Ivoire, and Morocco as well. Even Tanzania might qualify this time around.
Tanzania. Yeah, but Tanzania doesn't have a chance.
Yeah, honestly, the World Cup, I don't see them.
Yeah, Tanzania, they're going to go to the playoffs. They're going to meet a Senegal team. They will lose.
Yeah.
Or they will meet a Nigeria team. They will lose. You must know African football. The best teams are in the South, the West, and Central Africa, and North Africa. East Africa. How many times do you see an East African team qualifying beside Kenya? Ethiopia came once. Ethiopia came once to when South Africa hosted actually and played good football. What happened? They didn't go far. They played good football, finish. To play good football, it's nice to play good football, but you need to have a base. You need to have a strong defense. You need to be like yesterday I read a thing about Thomas Tuchel, the Chelsea coach. Chelsea has scored 26 goals, and they only conceded 3 in 10 games. 3 goals in 10 games. And he said, when he came to Chelsea, he said, I'm going to build a team that's difficult to play against, that nobody wants to play against. And that's exactly what I see now. Because right now, like to score against Chelsea is like a hell of a job for any team. Look at Liverpool. They beat Manchester United 5-0. Chelsea in Old Trafford. Chelsea went to Anfield and get a point with 10 men.
10 men.
They didn't concede a goal with 10 men. So football, if you wanna be a good team, your backyard must be a hard rock to penetrate.
Yeah.
That's what wins you. That's why I'm worried, about these African teams. Defensively, the team that's the most organized one would be the team that's gonna do well.
And I feel like it's so far the guys who have conceded the least goals in these qualifiers is Egypt.
Who?
It's Egypt, Morocco, and Mali. Mali haven't even considered a goal ever since they started the qualifier.
Mali has a good team. Mali has good players.
Yeah.
Mali they can be a surprise package. But you see, Mali and Senegal are a little bit like, in a way.
Almost alike, yeah.
Because they always have a good squad. But when you expect them the most, that's when they disappoint you. Mali and Senegal, they are a little bit like that in a way. The teams that has character, the teams that has character, most character in Africa, I'll tell you now, is Africa. It's Congo. Congolese, when they have a good team, you can count on them. It's Nigeria. It's Ghana. It's Cameroon. In North Africa, it's Egypt. These teams, when they're strong, you can bet they're gonna win.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
These other teams, they can be strong, but there's always something, a factor that drives, that people say, okay, they're not good enough, or something is missing. That's just how it is.
Yeah, no, we'll see, and we'll hope for the best. I hope that one of us does well. It's not me. It's you, at the end of the day.
Yeah, definitely. I'm hoping for one team to do well, at least, because last World Cup was a disaster. No African teams went to the next round.
Yeah, no, it was
It was bad. It was terrible.
Let's just hope that one of our boys does something. I'm actually counting on you, either you guys or Algeria, because since they score a lot of goals.
Nigeria has a good team, but I feel like, the way we know Nigeria has always been the team, one of the powerhouse of Africa.
Yeah.
Whenever they turn up well, because of their population. Nigeria is a big nation. They should have a team all the time. 100 and something million, my friend. If you can't pick a good 23 out of that, then I don't know.
Yeah.
So if you check, South Africa is 44 million, 45, something like that.
Yeah.
Senegal is only 10 million or 11 million. 11 million. So if Senegal managed to pull out a team like that in 11 million, what about Nigeria? What about South Africa? You understand? Yeah. And these are football nations. South Africa is the first country to qualify for the AFCON for the first time and win it.
Yes.
First time they win. It never happened. all these teams, they come for the first AFCON, they get whipped. But that's why I said the big nations, when they set up a good team, it's difficult to beat them. Very difficult.
Yeah. But we'll see, man. But what I like about the new coaching setup at South Africa, he also he's also promoting the younger players as well.
Yeah, but that's how it should be. That's how it should be. Football is done by young players.
Yeah.
You always need some experience in your team, but the young players, the young blood, are the future of football. They will be always there. They will be always important. Like they said, a team with young stars only is never a good team, because you need a brain. You need brain, because young stars is energy. Everything is like running. But now of football, we've experienced players only. The football team with experienced players only. There is no energy. So you must always find the balance between experience and youth.
Would you care to give me your predictions, or do you think it's too early to be giving predictions?
Of which team?
Which African team you think will reach the last 16 or reach further in the World Cup?
I think if Senegal qualify, they will go to the last 16. I think so.
Yeah.
But that's all. I think that's as far they can go. Because you must understand they're not gonna only face European countries and South American countries. There's Asian countries. In some of these Asian countries, we are better than them.
Yeah.
You understand? Like Saudi Arabia, these teams, we can beat them. You know, if you have teams like Japan, Korea, these teams, you can go pound to pound with them. You can beat them. You can have victory with them. You know?
Yeah, man.
Qatar,
I always felt that. Yeah, I always felt that Arabian countries and Asian countries, we should be beating them. Like, I've never really understood.
Yeah, we should be beating them. We should be better than them. But you see, that's like, for example, Senegal. We always we always play well when you said, okay, we are done, now we are out.
Yeah.
Now you can't count us. That's when we come out. But when you count us a lot, that's when you get disappointed. And these are last World Cup, we went out because we scored one goal less than Japan. We went out because we scored one goal less than Japan. That's all. And we could have beaten Japan and went through. We could have actually drew Japan, and we should have just drawn with Colombia, and we go through. Last 10 minutes, Colombia scored a goal. We are done. And that game, I felt like Senegal has such a good control. Colombia didn't create much. From a corner, they conceded goal. From a corner, like, basic stuff. Yeah, but I think Senegal, Egypt is not that strong. But Senegal, Morocco, Algeria, if they qualify, they have a chance. Because the big nations, the big West African nations, I don't see them. They don't look scary. Like back in the days when you see Nigeria in the World Cup, or Ghana in the World Cup, they're coming. There's power here.
Yeah.
But now, I don't know. Ghana is struggling. Nigeria is getting beaten by small teams. You know,
Ish.
it's crazy. They're going through a momentum that, like, I see Uganda is one team that's growing now.
Yeah, no. Out of nowhere, like I'm just seeing them
Uganda
like
is like last AFCON they lost to Senegal. They went
mm,
they went to they went to the cut final and they lost to Senegal. And
yeah.
I think if they didn't meet Senegal, because Senegal was just too much. If they didn't meet Senegal, they could have gone all the way to the final.
Mm, mm.
But
But
just
then
they
don't you
were
think
like,
that
huh?
don't you think that we're gonna be at a disadvantage here because we have the AFCON in January, don't you? Isn't the AFCON playing in January?
No, it might not be disadvantage because one thing you must know is not all of our African players are playing in the club regularly.
Yeah,
You understand? For those who don't
yeah,
play regularly, this AFCON will help them to get some game time
from game time.
and maybe come back to their clubs and start playing. You understand?
Yeah,
So it might be a positive side, it might be a negative side because they might be coming bad injuries. Then all of a sudden you miss an important player for 6 months. Then he's gonna miss the World Cup, something like that.
yeah,
But I still think I still think it shouldn't be a problem because between January and June there's a big difference.
yeah. No, let's just see how it goes. But for me, I personally, that's what I'm saying. I personally, for my three teams, I see going to plus 16. It's
Yeah.
possibly um
Ah,
I'd say Algeria, maybe.
yeah.
I'd also say Senegal, and then I'd also say Mali.
Mali, yeah. Yeah, Mali,
Yeah,
yeah, it's possible. It's possible.
yeah,
Mali have good players. It's also possible for them to go through.
yeah,
But I don't know who they have in the group, Mali, because you must understand that sometimes some groups are tough. Like
yeah.
already South Africa's group, they have
So
Morocco and South Africa.
yes,
They have Ghana and
so
South Africa. So when you go to Senegal's group, they have Congo, they have Namibia, and they have which team? Congo, and they have Namibia. Which team did
and
they beat
Togo,
recently?
yeah, and
Togo.
Togo, yeah,
Togo. Yeah. Those teams, those are not easy teams to just roll over. You know. And you would have think Namibia actually might be the team to finish bottom, but they've been impressive.
yeah. No, I'm shocked. Even Congo's last in your group. So hey,
Yeah, Congo is last, and
it's
Congo is one of the biggest. You know, Congo won the African Cup of Nations. Senegal never won the African Cup of Nations.
yeah,
Congo, Congo before they were like a strong power team in Africa. When you used to play Congo, you must know both Congos they were strong. Brazzaville and
yeah.
Kinshasa, they were like good players, strong players, always and never give up. That attitude they always have it.
Mm.
But Namibia has impressed me actually.
Yeah, not in such a tough group. I mean, they tied with Togo in second
Yeah,
place.
but you see, Togo is one of those countries that are like they have a spell every 10 years. They have one player that comes out, and then it's like those Liberia, Sierra Leone. They have their moments where
Mm.
they produce the talent that play in England. Or
Yeah,
then those ones they help them in a way. Like Adebayo already was at Togo. He helped them to qualify for the World Cup. But those things doesn't happen to everybody. Not every team has that, and it's not gonna happen often.
Yeah.
If you understand what I mean.
Yeah.
Because those are small countries and they don't invest so much into football like, for example, South Africa does, or teams like Egypt does, or Algeria or Morocco.
Okay.
So yeah, it's those are like easy targets. They will qualify for AFCON because they will have professional players who are decent enough to do the job. But in the end of the day, that's it. They will be just there to add numbers. They will be just there to add numbers.
Yeah, man. Yeah. But yeah, man. Who do you think, like, okay, outside of the African countries? I mean, who do you think is gonna win the World Cup? Who would you put your money on?
Who I think is gonna win the World Cup?
Yeah. Who would you put your money on?
You know, if the world normally when the World Cup is played in Europe, often European teams win.
Yeah.
You know, often European teams win. When the World Cup is playing in South America, often South American teams win, or European teams sometimes win. But now this is in Asia. You know, in Asia, that side of Asia is the hottest side you can get.
Yeah.
So for some reason my money is on Brazil and Argentina. For some reason I feel like they close to having that kind of heat in their country.
Yeah, the kind of yeah.
Africans will feel comfortable, more comfortable than Europeans, but they're not gonna win. So yeah, I'm thinking I doubt it's gonna be a European team. I doubt so. It might be. I might be wrong, but I doubt it's gonna be a European team. I'm putting my money more on Argentina or Brazil. I
South
might be
American
wrong.
team, more likely, because of the
South American team. I have that feeling. It's not gonna be Asia. It's not gonna be Oceania or Africa. It's either Europe or South America, because those are the countries that win the World Cup. South America, because now Argentina has won the Copa America recently. So now they went to the last World Cup. They lost the World Cup before they lost to Germany, and they fixed their problem and they won the Copa America recently. So if they build up from that win, they can surprise many teams, and they still have Messi, and Messi next year is gonna be 34. So it will be interesting to see how Argentina do. But I think Brazil has a good team. With players reaching their peak to 28, 29.
Yeah.
And at that age, I feel like it's seldom that they win the World Cup. So I think Brazil has a huge chance. Argentina also.
Yeah. The battle of between those two, I'd say. But some people are saying France, though. I don't know. Just not. I just don't see France winning, to be honest.
I feel like World Cup is like this.
Yeah.
If you've seen the past 4 World Cups.
Yeah.
World Cup in South Africa was 2010, right? 2006. 2006, Italy won.
Yeah.
Italy won. And they didn't do well in 2010.
Yeah.
Spain won. They went out in the group stages in 2014. Yeah?
Yeah.
France won. No. Who won 14? Germany won.
14 was Germany, yeah.
They didn't go out in the group stages. then France won. So basically the the reigning champion has always finds difficulties to perform in the same level after 4 years. It's been proven. It's difficult. It's very difficult to win the World Cup back to back. I don't think any country has done it. Maybe Brazil or Germany. I'm not sure. But it's very difficult to win it back to back. So this is the reason why I don't see France winning it again.
Yeah.
I might be wrong, but I don't see it.
Even though despite that,
huh?
yeah, even despite having like having a team,
Despite
but then
having, look
a
what
lot of
happened
things,
to the
yeah,
What happened to the Euros?
yeah,
Their best player in the last World Cup was Mbappe. The World Cup they won was Mbappe. He didn't score one goal in the Euros. Teams prepare themselves to beat France. That's just how it is, Once you win something, everybody is prepared to beat you.
yeah.
So that's what makes it difficult. That's why I still believe France is going to struggle. They might go to the next round, but I still feel they're going to struggle because the way they lost this AM against Switzerland or Austria, I don't know, Switzerland. It's like you're losing 2-0, you come back to 3-2 or something, then you let the team back into the game. 10 minutes to go. I don't know. You understand? Those are the small mistakes because of their ego. They wanna show we are France. We're not gonna sit back. We're gonna attack you and score goals.
Yeah.
It's 10 minutes to go for you to get to a semi-final. Sit. Sit. Let them have the ball. You have quick strikers that can hurt them. Sit.
Yeah.
Let them have the ball. Win the ball in the midfield. You have midfielder that's. France is one of the best midfielders in the world. France national team. You have Kante, somebody that works like a horse. You have Pogba, who's got so much quality. Then you have many players there that are good enough to do those things. So just sit and let them have the ball. 10 minutes to go. It's a team without experience of any championship. They ever won any championship. They never went to any semi-finals or stuff. They have nothing to lose. They're gonna throw everything at you. Let's wait for them.
Yeah.
Win the ball, hit them back room. Finish. The game is simple. But but we will see. You never know. With France, you never know. They might turn up. They might just turn up.
Yeah. They're very unpredictable. We just won the Nations Cup with right now, recently against they're playing Belgium, right? Yeah. So France they do have like those spells where they just turn up. They can just turn up at any point in time. But I still don't see them winning either. I'm with you on that, and I think it might be Brazil or something. I think it's gonna be a South American team.
Yeah, I still believe South African team might win it.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's a World Cup. You never know. Crazy things happen in World Cups.
Yeah, man. But no, man. Otherwise, man, I can see it's been a long day for you, man. I'm sure you were doing your fair share of shouting and putting instructions in there.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, it was a pleasure having you again on the show, and hopefully we have more of these discussions because hey, the World Cup is it's gonna be a weird thing, something that's gonna happen in December. I mean, it's weird.
No
What do Norwegians think about their chances especially with the likes of Haaland?
Well, Well, they have the biggest chance they haven't have in a long time because they have a coach that's typical Norwegian. They've been using Swedish coaches and coaches from outside, but now they have the last coach that took them to the World Cup was a Norwegian when they beat Brazil in '98. But now they hire a guy that's been doing well, the coach of FC Copenhagen, and he's a local boy. He's from Norway. He's like 30 minutes away from where I live. So he decided to take the team. He decided to take the team, and he brought like youngsters in the team.
Okay.
He brought young blood that are hungry for the national team. So he's been doing very well. He's been doing very well. But the challenge is only the first in the group qualifies automatically. So they are in the good position to go second. But the challenge is that who they're gonna meet in the preliminary, because as you can see, preliminary you might meet a big team. Because some groups has two big teams. So that's the challenge. But for now, they've been doing very well. The whole country is excited about it. But I still believe they're gonna come short. Because of the group stage. If there was two qualified, then I believe they will qualify. Because I don't think they will catch Holland. Holland is top of that group, and Holland is gonna beat them away. I think they're playing Holland in Holland. They drew here 0-1 against Holland, which was a good result. But I think Holland is gonna beat them in Netherlands.
Yeah,
But
it
all depends on the draw, if they're lucky. Because the draw, you need to be lucky. If you're not lucky, you gotta have a good team. You need to have luck. Even in AFCON, even in the Africa preliminary, you need to be lucky, because there are some teams that finish top of their group that you can meet and you can just whip them. You can beat them home and away. But there are teams that you're gonna meet there. You're gonna have a game. So yeah.
But then besides the football thing, obviously, how did you guys deal with like the whole COVID pandemic?
No, because now here almost 100% of the population is vaccinated, besides the kids under 16. So now it's normal, eh? People are going out. There is a case of corona, but it's very few that has corona. So now it's just people are in normal life, going to work, no mask, nothing.
I'm glad that you also been in good health, and you keep
Man. Thanks, man.
you keep surprising me. Yeah, you keep surprising me with the coaching thing. I'm hopefully soon to see one of the Premier League teams soon.
Yeah. Hey, pray for me, my brother. Pray for me. I'm gonna come soon.
I'm
to PSL.
praying. Yeah.
You will see.
No, you must come to the PSL and coach, man. These teams, they don't know how to play football anymore.
Definitely.
Yeah.
They don't know how to play football. No problem.
Hey. All right, man. No, take care of yourself.
I actually had a yeah.
Oh, you had a chance to?
I actually had an offer in the NFT, but I turned it down because the money wasn't good
enough. Yeah.
But I want to finish all my batches first. Then I will think of coming back.
Yeah. That would be one that would be good to see in the touchlight.
Yeah, definitely.
But anyways, man, take care of yourself and have a lovely evening. We'll probably have a chat about this as time goes by, because still a lot more that we need to actually break down, So the football.
All right, no problem.
All right.
Thanks for having
We'll
me,
see
man.
anytime.
All right,
Anytime.
cheers.
Cheers. This was the Devil People, and that was Mame Niang. Once again, we were discussing South African football, and we also touched upon African football as a whole and where we needed to improve, in terms of the structures, in terms of development, in terms of the football style, and everything in concern. So yes, that was the uncensored first episode podcast on the Red Devil Talk, and this is your boy Neo signing out. And you guys have a lovely evening. Make sure you do like and subscribe to the content. I'm also on YouTube. I'll be uploading this whole streaming on my YouTube channel, which is Red Devil Talk. And yes, hopefully we will see you guys in the next week or so. I will have a lot of shows. I will be bringing Manzwelan Mandela. He'll also be coming through for an interview and a chat. And yes, if you missed it, I was with Mame Niang. We were discussing football and all football matters related, and it was uncensored. There was no PR talk. There was nothing. We went raw. We said what we needed to say about the football. And yes, pretty soon we'll probably have more content coming your way. And as I say, I'll never disappoint. And yes, do you guys have a lovely evening. And thank you for joining me.